Do you want to learn more about physical education? Welcome to my channel. This is Mrs. Jonaline M. Obordo, also known as Teacher Josa. And today, we will have the third session of Practice Physical Education. Are you ready? Let's start! For today's session of Practice Physical Education, our lesson will focus on the definition and types of physical activity. Keep on watching, and I hope that you will learn from this video. Let's start! What is physical activity? According to the Wikipedia, physical activity is defined as any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that requires energy expenditure. It is also any movement made by the muscles of the body that requires exertion of energy, such as running, swimming, dancing, and more. Exercising is considered physical activity, but more structured and planned. Note that we will discuss about exercise on our next session. Regular physical activity promotes a healthy lifestyle as it improves our health and lower risk of illnesses. It is necessary for us to engage in physical activities to enhance our level of fitness. Many of us exercise and do physical activities at home, in school, and at the gym. Some of these activities includes aerobic, muscle strengthening, and bone strengthening activities, all of which are good for body composition. It is important to know the nature of these physical activities for a better understanding of what it does to our body. Aerobic, muscle, and bone strengthening activities. How do they work and differ? Aerobic activities. Aerobic activities are also called cardio exercises. Normally, these activities increase our heart and breathing rate. During aerobic activity, oxygen is delivered to the muscles in our body, allowing us to sustain the physical activity for a few minutes. Watch the video on the next slide. To be physically fit, it is important to engage in aerobic activities using the following guidelines. Number 1, frequency. Always consider the number of aerobic exercise sessions per week. Number 2, intensity. To be effective, Aerobic exercises should be done in moderate intensity. That is, our heart rate should be 60 to 80% of our maximum heart rate. We will further discuss this on our next session. Next is time. More time spent doing aerobic exercises means more calories burned and an increase in endurance. We can at least do 20 minutes per session at first, then gradually increase it to 60 minutes. Last is type. Running, jogging, sprinting, swimming, and playing contact sports such as basketball are some activities that we can do to improve our heart rate. It is also important to try different activities or exercises to avoid boredom. The second nature of physical activity is muscle strengthening activities. Muscle contraction occurs during a muscle strengthening activity. The repetitive contractions during exercise cause damage to muscle fibers. However, these muscle fibers are ready to be repaired once they get damaged. The repair of muscle fibers happens after exercise while muscles are at rest. There will be new muscle fibers produced to replace and repair those fibers that were damaged. The muscles in the body then start to grow larger and stronger. Exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and lifting weights are some examples of muscle strengthening activities that you can do if you want to have strong and lean muscles. Remember that before you start doing these activities, be sure to do dynamic warm-up to avoid injury. Bone strengthening activities. Bone growth is stimulated by physical stress. As skeletal muscles contract, they pull their attachment on bones, causing physical stress. This consequently stimulates bone tissue, making it stronger and thicker. Such bone strengthening activities can increase bone density throughout our skeletal system. These are some examples of bone strengthening activities that you can try. Again, remember that before you start doing these activities, be sure to do dynamic warm-up to avoid injury. And that's it for our session for today. I hope that I was able to teach you the things that you want to learn about physical activity. And I hope to see you all again on our next session of Practice Physical Education. We will discuss exercise on that next video. Okay, so keep learning, stay active, stay healthy, be fit, and choose what you eat. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. Bye!